Hi there! So today I'm making a huge resin sculpture. I'm starting out with some river pebbles, and then I have mixed some resin in with some sand, and I'm just putting that towards the bottom of my tray. All the way across. I did this video on 2 angles because I know that this tray is huge, so it didn't really get from end to end. That way you can see what I'm doing. So I am pressing down the sand at this point. Now I have some alcohol ink mixed with resin, and that was turquoise color. And next I added the manganese blue. That's the alcohol ink mixed with resin. And I'm just hitting it with the heat gun to get rid of any bubbles. So now I have sapphire alcohol ink mixed with resin, and I'm just spreading that all the way across. I did put a piece of plastic down on my tray. So I have some cellophane plastic that I've added on there. This is a silicone tray, but I wanted to be able to pick it up. So I did that. Okay, so now I have my mica powder, and that was sky blue. And I'm just spreading that across there. So now I'm adding my Let's Resin Blue pigment paste mixed with resin all the way across. And this is my last color. And I'm kind of blending it in there towards the bottom as well. Oops. Now I'm adding some crushed glass towards the top, or at the top, I should say, to give it a little extra effect and also to stop the resin from moving further. And I'm adding some clear resin on top of my sand and river pebbles. In total, this took about 64 ounces of resin. So now I have my HTV white pigment paste, and I'm just kind of putting that across. That's also mixed with resin. And I'm going to hit it with my heat gun to create waves. And now adding some more. Not in any specific order, or, you know, I'm just kind of making waves and adding it all the way across there. And then again, just hit it with my heat gun. I'm going in different directions to create a wave effect. I'm taking my time on this to make sure it's right. Adding a little more crushed glass because my resin is escaping. And I'm pulling it back in. Now I kind of had a little accident there when I spilled too much in there and it kind of went all over the place. So I'm just using my heat gun to spread that all out. Now I'm using my stick and dragging it across, because I didn't want all one big huge white blob on my sculpture. So now I'm just, after I've spread it, I'm using my heat gun again to get the wave effect. And still just blowing that with my heat gun to spread those waves out. I'm adding a little bit more of my crushed glass to stop the resin from moving again. I don't want it going past that point, so. And now I let it sit for about 4 hours before moving it onto, I have these pool noodles, the big noodles. that I cut in half. So I picked it up with the plastic and I placed it on top of 4 half pool noodles. And then I went ahead and taped them down to my tray. So here it is the next day. I've removed the plastic from the back. And now I have my UV resin. There was a little bare spot there that I wasn't happy with, so I just put a little bit of UV resin. And I put a couple of little pebbles in there. And I put some UV resin on top of the pebbles as well. Now I hit it with the light for 2 minutes. Okay, so that sealed that in there pretty well. Now I am turning it over. And I'm going to be adding some hooks to the back. So I got these hooks from Amazon, and I have my UV resin. I'm just putting on the flattest surfaces the hooks so that I can hang it on my wall. So I put the UV resin on there, getting it positioned how I like it, then putting the light on it. Now I did the same thing on the other side, and I did this 2 times. So it is resined in there and not going to fall. This is the completed sculpture hanging on my wall, and I think it really came out nice. I really do like it. I hope you like this video. I thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful day, everybody.